Shortly after 2 a.m., the Army's big box, nicknamed Super Tiger, pulled out of the American Atomics plant. It began what was to be an 11-hour journey to the Navajo Army Depot west of Flagstaff. The first leg of the trip to the Phoenix was uneventful, until just at dawn the convoy encountered Phoenix traffic. Highway patrolmen surrounded the payload, and the procession slowed to 25 miles an hour. By sunrise, the Tritum Trash had covered half of its miles. While National Guardsmen and highway patrolmen ate a roadside breakfast, health physicists pored over the container to check for tritium leaks. Thus far, nothing had escaped the box.
We expect the possibility of tritium leaking into this container, which, by the way, is called a Super Tiger. However, because of its design, even if we are having leakage problems within the container, it should not be leaving through the seals.
Other project commanders with the military and Department of Public Safety double-checked elements of the complex journey. They had attempted to predict every possible problem.
The support vehicles that'll support that package is behind us. We have the fuel, we have the wreckers, we have the fire, these type of vehicles. So if anything happens, we have something to replace it with or bounce on it right now.
The most problem that we could have had would be mechanical. That was our biggest worry, was if the thing broke down along the road. Of course, it still could.
The statement was, by chance, prophetic. The steep grade entering the Verde Valley tested the brake system of the National Guard tractor. A leak in an air brake hose sounded a warning alarm to the driver. Within seconds, highway patrol cars separated the Tritum truck from the press and public. While traffic piled up, the payload was driven some distance ahead and stopped. The planning paid off. A second tractor replaced the ailing machine, and the convoy moved on. Helicopters flew ahead to ensure the route free of obstruction, while the steel and lead box full of tritium-packed barrels ascended the steep grade toward Flagstaff. Word of the procession's coming preceded it, and some who had slept thinking tritium still was Tucson's possession hastily prepared to greet their disappointment.
We are not an organization. We are individuals. That's the biggest problem. We have had no time to become an organization.
An expected welcoming committee greeted the convoy at the perimeter of the base, though none of the protesters were allowed within. And although they had been defeated once in the justice system, the protesters offered no more resistance, and the convoy went through peaceably. Nevertheless, local lawmen and the Army took the situation seriously, prepared for any event. At approximately 1 o'clock this afternoon, the tritium cargo entered what is supposed to be a temporary home, while state and federal authorities now try to figure out what to do with it next. Randy Ripplinger, Cool News 10.